did my speech on substitute teaching, and these are the 3 people that are going to watch my speech. Okay, not many people know that they can become a substitute teacher. All that you have to do is you have to be 18, you have to have your high school diploma, and you cannot have a felony on your record. To start out, I'm going to describe how I substitute teach, basically just walking through a day of substitute teaching. I walk into the classroom, I get to know the classroom, I sit at the desk and I read over the lesson plans like 5 times. I go over the lesson plans as many times as I do because I want to make sure I get everything right and don't miss out anything. The kids come in usually about 8:10. They sit down. The announcements come on. After that, I take roll, and after that, I establish my rules with them. Once I do this, the day usually goes by smoothly, and at the end of the day, they leave, they get on the right bus, and I have to write a substitute note. What this is that I tell the teacher exactly what I've done, exactly what assignments were completed, and whether or not certain kids were bad. I usually get called back after every time I substitute, so I must be doing something right. What the school board tells you to do and what they tell you not to do is they tell you that you shouldn't get into any arguments with kids. You should, if it escalates to be a big problem, that you should just send them to the office immediately. You should never yell at them. You should never raise your voice. Just send them to the office. You cannot smoke on school grounds. You cannot, obviously, you cannot touch a kid. You have to go by the lesson plans, and you cannot make up your own stuff. That's just gonna throw the teacher off. And you should always clean the room after you are done with it. You should always make sure everything goes back to the way it was. Becoming a substitute teacher is actually really easy. All you have to do is go to the school board office, ask for an application. You fill the application out, you turn it back in. The school board will call you usually within about a week and tell you when the next school board substitute meeting is. And you have to attend this meeting. It's usually about an hour long. They tell you the do's and the don'ts to substitute teaching. They tell you what you need to get and just the basics of substitute teaching. Then you have to go and get a TB test. You have to get your fingerprints done. You have to provide 2 proofs of identification. Once you turn all this in, they wait until the next school board meeting so that they can approve you, so that they can provide a background check. If you get approved for this, it usually takes a couple of weeks for secretaries to start calling, just because they're not really sure of what kind of person you are, how you're going to handle the kids. If you do a good job, they will call you back, and they will probably keep calling you back. And that's basically all about substitute teaching.